Good morning, everybody. This is one of the most recent dolls that I've done, and I say most recent. I'm gonna say within the last 5 years. This one is the English Garden, and when I said I did the series of Garden Girls, the Easter Girl I do still have her. She is still in the tub. I just found her when I got this one out. And I apologize if she looks like she needs to be ironed or something, because she just came out of the tub. But here's her beautiful little dress with her little raw silk sash she's got on. Pretty little lace trim. She's got on some little lace glovelets. Let's see if I can get down low enough without shooting myself. She's got a little 2-layer dress that's got a little layer of this lace mesh. I don't even know what you would call that, with the raw pink satin underneath. Raw pink silk. Then it's got the lace on the edge, and then she's got a little underskirt of that same material. Some really pretty lace at the bottom. And then she's got on some white satin shoes with some pink pearl trim. Go back up. Her face is just a hand-painted, like the rest of them. And she's got on some little blush on her cheeks. The yarn hair. And her hat is a chipboard, like a real millinery hat, with the layers of the ruffle and a bunch of flowers. Let's see if I can easily show you her messy hair at the back. But I'm fixing to move my crafty space to the other spare bedroom. Since my son and grandson moved into their own place, I've got a bigger room. This room is just like a 9x12, and trust me, with shelves on that wall, a big shelving unit on that wall, and my desk on this one, there's like 4 feet of actual floor space, width-wise. So moving into this 15x15 room is going to be much better. And I'm really looking forward to it. My husband actually suggested to leave my sewing room in this room, so I may actually do that. Make it a lot more accessible to getting in here to sew. I haven't worked on one of these, like I said, in about 2 years, so I'd like to get back to doing a few of them. Right now, I can't even get to where my patterns are. So, alright, I'll be back with, I think I have 5 maybe, or 6 is all I have left that I haven't showed you. So they'll just be shot like this with them sitting down. I just don't have room to get far enough back and shoot them standing up in this little bitty room. So, alright, I'll be right back. This one is the Ice Princess. And I'm sorry for the little starstruck look in her eyes with this camera, but her eyes are the same color as her dress. She's got some beautiful little rhinestone clips up here in her hair. Just a pretty little scarf, long scarf. It's got some little hand-sewn seed beads down here on the end, and these are the seed beads that have the silver centers. Sorry about the paint, y'all. It's nothing new, I know. I never show up with clean hands. I'm always in here crafting right before I'm filming, like I should be touching her with. Although that right there is actually in the fingernail polish, and it won't come out until I take the fingernail polish off. Okay, she's got this little vintage hair clip, very pretty and sparkly. And then she's got a different one down here on her waist. her whole bodice is all the hand sewn seed beads with this pretty gathered detail up here at the top. And this is actually a copy of another dress that I have the photo for in my pattern book, but of course I can't get to that right now. So her dress, she's got an actual double layer skirt, and it is just pinned up here, so it actually will hang down over here on the side real pretty, especially after it's ironed or steamed. So really pretty. And then she's got some just silver wraps for fake sandals. So there's that one. The Ice Princess. Sorry about that. Okay, and I'll be back with a few more. Not sure. Like I said, I know I have at least 2 more. But I think there may be 3. I'll have to see. I'll be back. Okay, here's the next one. I'll have to be quick on this one because my memory card, once again, is almost full. And this one is another one of the... Well, she's not really one of the garden girls, but she's kind of along that same lines. She's a Easter bonnet. That's her Easter hat. And that's made out of stiffened lace. And eventually I'm going to put a liner in it because I don't really care for the way it looks from the inside. But it's made on this chipboard hat form. It was completely covered with foil when I actually made it so that it didn't stick. But I store it on that hat form. So anyway, here she is. This is just some actually lace from Walmart that I got. Some little rolled ribbon roses. It's iridescent and pink. This trim also came from Walmart, and so did the lace her dress is made out of. It was on I stocked the dollar clearance rack. Or I used to, in my old Walmart, before they changed it and have a different fabric department now, but... Anyway, that's another story. Hillbilly hell, that's where I live. Okay, here's some big, pretty, pink fabric flowers. And there's a little bit of a shot with the big, pretty pink bow. She's got this raw silk dress with the tulle over, the big poofy. Alright, I'll be back. I figured since I had to come back anyway, I'd show you a little bit of what she looks like with the hat on. So, there she is. Here's where I was. And she's got a little butterfly hair clipped on to one of her flowers. And like I was showing you, she had this beautiful double-edged lace here. I'm sorry, like I said, I can't get far enough away to show them standing up. And then what's an Easter parade without a parasol? Okay, just a second, I'll be back with the next one, because what else happens when you empty your memory card? Your battery dies, so you know it's going to cut me off again. So here's her parasol. It's got a pretty braided handle up the handle. Same material as her dress. Same. Before I show you the last two, I thought I'd show you these two that are just, well, I call them dead bodies. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but I don't like the word naked, so I call them dead bodies. They're not alive yet. They don't have faces. They don't have... Okay, so this is going to be a boy and a girl pixie, actually. Eventually. And her skin is dyed pink. As you can tell. It's actually a sparkly pink. And then he is a sparkly blue. And her hair will be just like this, except for it's a pink variegated eyelash trim yarn stuff. So he hasn't had a haircut yet. It's just been strung. And the way that I do these is, see if I can show you a close-up of this little rooted hair. Each individual strand of yarn is sewn through his scalp. So if you pulled on one strand of hair, it would come out. But if, pulling on a whole handful or several strands at a time, you can't pull it out. So there's those two real quick, and as you can see, she hasn't been stuffed yet, so I can make her have boobs if I want or whatever. And yes, their neck is a little thin, but you just really have to stuff it really firmly in order to get it to stand up. So, let's see, has his back been sewn up? No, he's still unsewn as well. So, there's those two. I'll come back in a second with one of the dolls. Okay, this is the last completed doll, the most recent completed doll that I did about 2 years ago. And I've got one more to show you after this that's not completed yet. So, this is the first one I've done that has a real doll wig. And I bought a bunch of doll wigs from a porcelain doll maker that was going out of business. And she had a big yard sale, so to speak, barn sale. So the doll market, especially here in Texas, has been terrible for quite a long while. So, really bad. So you make a doll, you just can't hardly sell them here. So it's all about Western crafts. It's all about Western crafts here in Texas. Everything's Western, Western, Western. So, it is what it is, I guess. But this is one of my favorite ones. She's like a Victorian lady, or like a theater performer, or opera singer, and she's in her dressing gown. So, let me see where to start. Obviously, her bodice is all pieced lace. And some of the pieces are, where you can thread the ribbon through. So it's all been threaded and little handmade rosette flowers with a little pearl in the middle. Got a little off-the-shoulder style dress. And then this beautiful wide lace here at her waist is a similar design as what's on the bottom, except for this is even wider. And it's a double lace with the lace at the top that's got the satin ribbon threaded through it also. And this is just a really pretty crepe chiffon material that her gown is made out of. Her housecoat is made out of silk, and it's a jacquard silk on top with a rough raw silk underneath. Not going to show very well. Let's see, what else? She's got little slippers on. Black slippers with some blue pearl trim. And then she also has an underskirt, just to help her gown not be quite so see-through. So, there's that one. So, back up, give you just a little bit of a view. Alright, oh, and her little mirror. She's supposed to have a brush in one hand and a mirror in the other, but I haven't found a good brush yet, so I'll be back with the last one to show y'all. And then that will be it for the dolls. Yay! I finally showed them. They can go in the tub and be put away until the painting gets done in the other room. I'm so excited. I will have probably double the space in my craft room, craft studio, craft area, crafty space, craft cave, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna have double the space. I'm so excited. I could jump up and down right now, but I won't do that. One broken leg in a year is enough. So, all right, y'all. I'll be back. One more. Okay, here she is, the last one. It has not been finished. Obviously, her face has not been painted. Her wig is not actually even attached to her head yet, in case something needs to be done. Her coat, which is a snapped-on removable coat. Her underdress is a full dress. Doesn't have the closure yet at the neck. I haven't decided what I'm going to do there yet. She's got little gold buttons down the front, even though they are actually snaps, just to make it a little easier to dress her. And she's wearing a red corduroy, I don't know if you can tell, skating coat. She is a little Victorian skater, winter skater. She does not have her skates yet, though. All she has on is some little furry boots. She'll probably be holding her skates in her hand. Her coat has fur trim on the sleeves and on the neck, and this pretty gold braid type of trim down the front and all the way around the back. And then she's got a triple ruffled hoop skirt that's really poofy when it stands out, and she does have a, yeah, for the lack of a better word right now, I don't know what it's called, that helps hold her skirt out. It's like a donut that goes around her waist. And then she's got these double ruffled little pantaloons that are tied at the waist, and there you can see her little donut thing that helps hold her skirt out. And that is vintage. I don't know what it's called, but they really wore those. Her pantaloons are tied with a ribbon because I don't put elastic on their undergarments because, of course, over time it just deteriorates. So most of my dolls, anything like that, is tied with ribbon instead of with elastic. So anyway, there's this one. Very simple because she's not done. She doesn't have a face. She'll probably have a little muffler to stick her hands in. A little fur muffler with some gold trim or something would be cute. And then some little skates dangling from her wrist or something. It would be really cute. But she's been in the process for 2 years or better, so her dress will have to go in the wash one more time and stuff like that, because I'm sure even though it's been covered with a bag, it'll be dusty and stuff. So real simple to do. I have a cotton zippered pillowcase and any part of these. Now, I've never washed one of the ones with a wig, so her wig would have to come off first. So, although I do know you can wash these doll wigs. It entails boiling water and all kinds of stuff, but you can look online and look up. If you've got a doll that needs their hair fixed, rescued, whatever you want to call it, you can get online. There's all kinds of great tutorials on how to fix doll wigs. So, alright, well, I hope y'all have enjoyed. This is the last one, and I'm glad because 20 years was a long time to do. That's not saying that I wouldn't do more of them and that I won't get back into it, but I was glad to be done with them for a while. So, it's been nice to do some other crafts. So, alright, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.